Hi everyone. In this video you are going to learn how to stitch this gathered anarkali with yoke part. Come, let's move on to the laying and cutting. In next part we'll see the stitching video. This is the fabric I'm going to use to draft the gathered anarkali for kid. So this is rayon fabric. I'm going to use this as a lining. This one is for yoke part and this is for the skirt part. For the skirt part, so here the waist round. So I'm going to do the dress for the 6-year-old. So for 6 year, the waist round is 22. So the length of the fabric for the waist round should be double of 22. So it should be 44. So this is the waist area. Okay. So this should be double of your waist. So waist here is 22. So this is the width. This is length. Okay. So from here, I have taken 44. So double of your waist round. Now comes to the height. So the height of the skirt should be, here I need 23 inch plus 1.5. Half inch to attach the skirt part to the yoke part and 1 inch to fold it in the bottom. Keep your measurements ready. First draw the reference line. It's just a reference line. So on the reference line, mark half of shoulder. Shoulder here is 11 inch. Half of that is 5.5. And neck width I am going to keep here 2.5. This neck width will vary, depends upon your requirement. And the shoulder slope is half inch. Now connect the neck width to shoulder slope. Like this. Now mark half of arm round. So here it is 11 inch, half of that is 5.5. From the shoulder slope, not from here, from the shoulder slope you have to mark your arm round point. Now this line will be a chest line also. And now from shoulder to waist. So here it is 8.5. Again this will be your waistline. Now mark 1/4 of your chest round. Chest round and waist round will be almost similar for the kids. Here it is 22. So half of that will be 11. Again half of that. So 1/4 measurement. So 1/4 of 22 is 5.5 plus 1 inch ease. I'm adding 1 inch ease here. This place 1 inch ease. So if you want you can reduce to half inch, but minimum half inch you have to give because kids usually don't wear tight fit. They want to be little comfortable when they wear the dress. So minimum half inch is a must. Next again, the waist round is 22. 1/4 of that is 5.5 plus 1 inch ease. Now I'm marking the seam allowance 1 inch from here to here, 1 inch from here to here, and from here to here 1 centimeter or half inch. Just with the free hand you can draw the curve like this. So only till here you have to draw. With seam allowance it should be straight. And again half inch or 1 centimeter inwards. Draw the straight line here. And from here you have to draw the curve like this. When you are feeling difficult to draw the continuous curve, first do with the dotted lines, then you can trace it with straight line. Now connect these two lines. Again, I'm going to do this dress as sleeveless. So sleeves I will be explaining in my online course. If you are interested in my online course, you can take up my course. So back 2-inch neck depth and front 3-inch. So back, if it is 1 inch, you have to use completely this straight part of the French curve. Now it is 2-inch deep, so slightly curve you can use. So I'll show you a different neck here. Now you can draw the seam allowance and cut out. So 1/4 for the neck part and 1 centimeter for the shoulder. So I'm marking the seam allowance here in the chart. So you can mark the seam allowance on the fabric also. And 1 centimeter for this arm part. So this front variation you need to give only when you are going to give the sleeve. Here I am going to make it as sleeveless. So only back arm I am going to cut it for the back and front. So this changes. If you want, you can give it for sleeveless, or else you can skip it. This is not mandatory. And when you are going to give sleeveless, so this part, only back part drafting is enough. Back arm drafting is enough. And 1/2 inch in the bottom. To attach the yoke part. Now you can cut and take out this pattern. So only for the yoke part you need the draft. For skirt part directly we can do it. As I told you how to cut, double of your waist. Only one changes. Front I am going to make it as 4-inch. This I am changing as per my requirement. But 3-inch will be the standard for 6-year-old kid. I feel this will be very close for my kid. So I am changing it as 4-inch. So the yoke part is ready now. We'll see how to cut this. So now I'll show you how to cut the lining for this. So in my previous A-line dress, it is without lining. Now I'm going to give lining for this dress. First, always cut the skirt part and take it away. So for cutting the skirt part, so if you have a very big table, you can wide it up the fabric, or else just fold it into 4 like this. So two foldings and 1 opening. First you have to fold it into half and again half like this. Four foldings you are having. So in 4 you need 22 inch here. Mark 22. Check you are having 22. It's almost 25. No problem, you can make it as a gathers. 3-inch extra. And the height you need is, so 4 foldings. I have 4 foldings here. So each folding should have 22. So 22 into 22, this is 44, and again this is 44. From bottom mark. So main fabric is 24. In lining I am reducing 2 inch and marking 22. Now you can cut and take out this. Now, so when you open, so this part you have to divide two. So the skirt part is ready. This is lining and this is main fabric. Now we'll cut the yoke part. Take the leftover fabric. If you want to save a fabric, just take the one end like this, fold it like this, fold it one folding, cut the front and take out. So if you place like this, just check. You can place both front and back fit in one folding or not. So this fabric, this one folding is enough for the yoke part. So half meter, less than half meter is enough for the yoke part. But if we grow long, we need some buffer fabric. So it is better to have half meter. So place the pattern like this in the folded. Place the neck part in the folded side and start tracing the outer lines. We have left the seam allowance in the chart itself, so exactly we can mark it. Whatever is there, can mark it exactly. Now again place it down. And this is front. Mark the front here. So mark the front identification like this. Now you can cut and take out this. Now take the main fabric. This is soft silk and for the skirt part it is brocade. Fold required amount of fabric. Place the lining and check. So I'm not going to cut exactly. See how I'm doing. Leave little outside. So this is why I told you to buy little extra, because when you cut exactly what happens, sometimes this will not match when you open. So leave little fabric extra outside in the main fabric and cut. So when you place and stitch, it will come even. I'll show the difference when I'm stitching. Back is ready. Now we'll cut the front. For the front, we are going to give some design. So I'll show you what design we are going to give first. It's going to be like a yoke cut. So this fabric I'm going to give. So place this fabric like this, open and place it. So place this part like this and mark the exact marking. So like this. Now from this part I am going to make it like a curve. See? Just to come like this. I am doing this shape. You can do it whatever shape you want it. Okay? So like this. Or else from here also you can do it like a yoke part. Before that I am doing just like this, but you should not do like that. From the top measure. So here it is 3.5 and here it is 3.5. That you have to measure and do this. So now I am going to cut and take this part out. So this part is done. Now complete laying and cutting of the dress is completed. Next part we'll see the stitching video. Thank you.